Hi guys, my name's Eleanor Ritter. I'm a third year PhD student in plant biology in Chad Niederhuth's lab. Sad that we don't get to meet any of you awesome recruits, but hopefully these videos help show you a bit about the department and the buildings and the space that you'll be in. So I'm just going to give you guys a tour of my lab and yeah, tell you a bit about what we do and, what the Niederhuth lab is all about. Hi everyone! So before I get into the lab tour, I realized that I completely forgot to actually talk about what the Niederhuth lab does. So just as an introduction to the Niederhuth lab, which I'm in, we basically study plant epigenetics, and so epigenetic marks are basically modifications made to DNA. So like DNA methylation, histone modifications that impact the accessibility of DNA. So plants are a great system to study it in. They're really cool. I can talk about it for days, but I won't. But basically, we study, the different mechanisms behind, say, DNA methylation, as well as what changes in these epigenetic marks will have on plants. So whether that's gene expression or phenotypically, we kind of look at it at many different levels. And we're also, I'd say overall, very interested in like how epigenomes evolve. And so, yeah, that's kind of a bit about what we study. And so our lab space has a lot of like molecular lab equipment that allow us to study the genomes of plants that we work with, as well as, clone some genes to kind of look at function. So yeah, that's a bit about what we do, and I'll show you guys the lab. Yeah, so our lab is on the second floor, and we have some nice little lab boards with like publications. That one's my new one. And posters, which is also mine and not intentional. So yeah, entering the lab space. This is where we do all of our wet lab work. We have a fume hood. You can see some corn, some different scales and stuff. Nice and organized. Centrifuge. Typical molecular biology lab things, water bath, a shared bench, my empty bench because I don't really do a lot, I'm mostly computational, and then Sunil's very clean bench, and we have all of our chemicals stored up there. I'll just walk you guys through. It's a nice space, relatively new, some incubators there. And then if you look outside, we have a nice view of this green area, which is awesome. We also have more of the view over here. So in the summer and spring, it's gorgeous because there's just tons of plants, coming to life, flowers blooming, etc. Yeah, another door. We have more space over here. So here we have our sterile hood, as well as our PCR machines and our qubit. So we do a lot of genomic stuff. We also have another room with refrigerators and more storage. So we have a lot of good things going on. Be clean at the moment. So yeah, this is our office space. So we have a nice little kitchenette with recycling, clean and ready to be recycled. And then we have desks for the grad students and postdocs. You can see they're pretty empty. Usually we have a water jug, but that's not allowed right now. But this is the space.